What's up, YouTube? PokePrimer here, primarily to deliver you our Week 4 Team Builder here in the NPBf. This week we are taking on Darius and the Sacramento Sandstorms and their mono-electric team. So, definitely not a great matchup for us, but we're going to certainly give it our best shot. I mean, I already know how the battle goes, so... but I'm not going to spoil that for you guys because I'm a good guy. We did the battle like hella early, so I didn't actually have a chance to record my team builder yet. So, like, this is actually being recorded technically Tuesday morning, but Monday night-ish. It's like 3 a.m. on Tuesday. We did the battle like middle of the day on Monday, so pretty wild that is the case. But yeah. That happened. So, yeah, I'm just going to go over the team real quick and not spoil a dang thing for you guys. But his team consists of Zero Aura, Thunderous Incarnate, Magnezone, Zapdos, Rotom Wash, Lycavolt, Pincurchin, Toxtricity, Dracozolt, Crocodile, Florges, and the Mega Ampharos. So, a lot of big threats. Obviously, Mega Ampharos hits like a truck. Rotom Wash is incredibly bulky and is a very big, bulky threat for our team to deal with. Vikavolt is important because it avoids one of our big Rain Sweepers, one of his main stabs, which is, something his whole team's pretty much weak to. Zapdos as well avoids that, ground stab from Mega Swampert, which is a pain to deal with, plus it's just really bulky. Zero Aura is so fast, it can outspeed my Rain Sweepers. Actually, before I get too ahead of myself, get my notes out. Let me get my notes out before I get too far ahead of myself. Notes for week 4. Okay. Yeah, so it's fast enough that it can potentially outspeed all of our Swiss Swim users, which really would suck if he has. I believe Scarf outspeeds us, but I don't remember if. I don't remember if it can outspeed us entirely. I think we can outspeed if it's not scarfed, but if it's scarfed, which I'm sure he will do, will outspeed us, which sucks for us. So that's the thing. Yeah, overall, his team's a big threat to us for sure. He's got that terrain as well to boost his hits, so it's going to be a pain. But hopefully, we'll be able to deal with it. I'm not so worried about his 2 extra picks, by the way, because it's mono water. I don't see Crocodile being too big of a threat. 90% of our team can OHKO it, so I'm not really worried about it. And the Florges is just really bulky, but we have some really strong physical hitters, so I think that'll be fine. But without further ado, let's get into the rest of our squad. So, first up, we have Muddy the Politoed making its debut this week. No, not debut this week. It debuted last week. Apologies. The weeks are running together because I had my week 3 battle. Excuse me. I had my week 3 battle at the very end of week 3 on Sunday. Then I had my week 4 battle on Monday. So everything just kind of run together a little bit. So I apologize for getting a little mixed up there. But yeah, Politoed, Wakan Berry, Scald, Ice Beam, Counter, and Earth Power. 248 HP, 148 defense with a Bold Nature, and 112 Spadaf. So, obviously, Politoed's here to set our rain. I built a bulkier set to kind of allow this thing to tank hits around the entirety of their team. big thing here is with the Wakanberry, I guarantee live any one hit on his team. Everything from Dragazolt's Bolt Beak to Zero Aura's Plasma Fists, T-Bolts from things like Magnezone, Thundy, and Zapdos. Pretty much everything. I can live a hit from any one thing. So I thought that would be important. We can scout to see if he has speed on Magnezone if it comes, and that's why we have the Earth Power. Earth Power is just for a super effective coverage move to kind of hit something with. If I see the need to, like things like Magnezone, Magnezone will not appreciate it if I can hit it with it, so I'll kind of try to scout and see if he's bulky or not, and see if we can fire that off. We have the counter specifically because he does have some mons that, are typically more physical. Things like Zero Aura, and Zero Aura is typically physical. Dragazult, stuff like that. So we can potentially click counter on those, and smack them back with some really, really big damage. I think that could be very beneficial to us. So hopefully we'll be able to use that tech, and then Scald and Ice Beam. Just Scald obviously for stab, and Ice Beam because of things like Thundy and Zapdos maybe trying to switch into this thing. Could be beneficial, but this thing's mainly just here to come in and out, and with the Wakanberry to be able to hopefully do so safely and keep our rain going. So not too much to say there. Next up we have Popeye the Mega Swampert coming through this week. Earthquake, Waterfall, Ice Beam, and Stealth Rock. Ice Beam was supposed to be Ice Punch. That's going to be hopefully something that doesn't bite me in the ass. That was supposed to be Ice Punch to hit the Thundy, to hit the Zapdos with. Ice Beam is not obviously the move I wanted. I wouldn't have made myself adamant if I wanted Ice Beam. But we are adamant. Max attack, just so we can hit as hard as we physically can. With the speed that we have, we can outspeed everything up to Scarf Rotom in rain. So any Scarfers that are Rotom speed or slower, we will outspeed those. Other than that, we outspeed everything on the team naturally, which is nice. So if there's no Scarf Zera, there's no Scarf Thundy, no Scarf Zapdos, stuff like that, we will be able to outspeed all of those. Unfortunately, we don't have our best way of hitting them, which kind of sucks. We did bring the Stealth Rocks, though, because, like with previous weeks, we're only allowed 2 of the same item on each team, so he's only allowed to have 2 heavy-duty boots if he decides to bring those, and with the fact that I only have 1 Stealth Rocker and it's Mega Swampert, I don't foresee him bringing boots, so I have the opportunity to set up rocks with Swampert. I definitely will go for that. So definitely something I definitely could see happening. But next up we have our boy Dudra, the Kingdra. This is a nice physical Life Orb Swift Swim Kingdra. 252 attack, 236 speed, 20 HP, Adamant Nature, Liquidation, Flip Turn, Iron Head, and Scale Shot. So, speed-wise, this outspeeds anything that's Scarf Thundian down in rain. So basically, it outspeeds his whole team, even if Scarfed, aside from Zero Aura, which I think is important to have. And I went with a physical set this week because looking at his team, I felt like a physical set did a little bit more. Specifically, like with Iron Head, it allows me to completely break through Florges. If he brings Intimidate Crook, which I don't see happening, could be a problem, but I think overall, like, physical really helps us, and Scale Shot actually could be very, very clutch for us as well, as I can use it against something like Dragazult or anything that's been a little bit whittled down, and get those speed boosts going. And if I can get those speed boosts, I guaranteed outspeed a Scarf's Aura, which is great. And then once I get enough speed boosts, hopefully I can whittle some things down and get them into range, so I can get 2 or 3 speed boosts off. I'll be able to outspeed even Scarf's Aura outside of rain, and then I can just be able to hopefully sweep with Kingdra. That would be a best case scenario. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so that is our Kingdra. Next up, we have good old Lamp the Lantern. This is going to be the most crucial mon to our team this week. The reason is the most crucial mon on our team is simply the fact that it has Volt Absorb. So, yeah, simply put, Volt Absorb Lantern is essential in this game to deal with all of their electric stab. And Lantern is so unbelievably bulky. Like, this thing takes no damage from anything on his team. With the spread that we have, 100% it cannot be 2 KO'd by Life Orb Zero Aura. It avoids being OHKO'd by Specs Toxtricity's Boom Burst after rocks. It isn't 2 KO'd by Life Orb Thunderous, and it can also live a Specs Energy Ball from Vikavolt after rocks. So that doesn't put into perspective how ridiculously fat this mon is. I don't know what it can. This thing is not 2 KO'd or OHKO'd by anything that should typically 2 KO or OHKO it. It is designed specifically to wall everything that's not Crocodile, which we have things for Crocodile, so I'm not super worried about it, but still. Could be going to be a pain to deal with the Crocodile if he brings it, but I don't see it coming. I just don't. But if it does, I've got my ways. So, yeah, Lamp is super important, and I'm looking to hopefully see Lamp completely be the MVP for this matchup. I could definitely see it happening. I want it to happen, so, yeah. Next up, we have Ghidorah, the Hydreigon Life Orb this week. Obviously, Levitate for the ability. Dark Pulse, Dragon Pulse, Roost, and U-Turn. We have 160 speed with a Timid Nature, 252 special attack, and 96 into HP. We have enough speed to outpace Rotom. That's all the notes that I actually have. This Hydreigon's pretty straightforward this week. Just come in on anything that's slower than it. He has... If he doesn't bring Florges, he has no Dragon Pulse switch-ins. You can bring Magnet Zone, but that's not really a great switch-in because I can follow up with a Dark Pulse. If he doesn't bring Florges and Crook, he doesn't have a Dark Pulse switch-in. So I can just click those moves for free. I can click U-Turn if he does have one of those and predict those switch-ins. And then, I can use Roost later on. If I can force something out, I can use Roost later on to recover off all of the Life Orb damage. So, regardless, this thing can just sit there and live forever. So, that's always good to have. Pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy here. And last but not least, hopefully, I'm hoping the mon that can put in the most work this week is going to be Swab, the Whimsicott, holding the Leftovers Prankster ability. Sub, Leech Seed, Toxic, Protect. Yes, I'm not bringing an attacking move. This thing is scummy. I wish it was bulkier, like a lot bulkier, because this thing is very frail. It doesn't take as little damage as I hoped it would, but it is an electric resist, so all of his stab moves are useless. And, Prankster subs allow us to properly Toxic stall things, Leech Seed stall things for recovery. The subs plus protects allow us to just completely stall out whatever I want to, which is always a nice thing. This thing can just freely sit in front of most mons and not care, so that's cool. The speed we have, I don't actually know why we ran speed. That was stupid. That was really dumb. I ran out of speed to outpace, I think, Thundy. That was dumb because I obviously don't need speed. So now it just looks stupid. I could have just ran full bulk and just not run speed. This is why I typically do these team builders before the battles, so that I recognize these mistakes, right? And then, you know, not make them anymore, or like fix them in the team builder. However, that was indeed not the case. So, unfortunate, but it is what it is. But yeah, that is going to be the team. You guys will see the battle tomorrow. And hope you guys enjoy. Simple as that. Until then, guys, I'm PokePrimer, and I'm signing off. Peace.